Hi everybody, hope you're all okay and enjoying the sunshine. What a gorgeous day it is today. Perfect weather for a gorgeous marquee wedding if it was only next year or a weekend. So tonight I'm going to be chatting to Chris from Wills Marquees, a lovely friend of mine who've known since they started the business, and talk about all things marquees, outdoor weddings, the ins and outs of having a marquee wedding, and the issues, the challenges they face. We were meant to be doing an amazing open day together back in April, which obviously has been postponed. Hopefully we might end up doing it later in the year, don't know. If not, I'm sure we'll still do it next year, where we're going to showcase all the new things that the marquee company had created, and obviously there's nothing better than being in a marquee to understand how it works and how it'll be on your wedding day. So I can see now he's joined, so I'm just gonna get him up on the screen. Hopefully it'll work. He's clicked to join. My magic, it's always magic. Yay! You're there, well done.
I know, it's a miracle.
Well done. Oh, well, thanks for chatting to me all about marquees. I was just saying we were meant to be doing the open day in April, which sadly got postponed. So
No, I'm loving the weather has been, and it would have been perfect. But
I know, and if it's like this next year, it'll be fine. So a gorgeous sunny Wednesday, and if it's like this midweek next year, or on a weekend, it'll be so nice. So yeah,
we're supposed to be setting up at Jervo today. Yeah, I imagine it would have been a scorcher, absolutely lovely.
well, we just have to think. Well, hopefully it'll be amazing next year as well. So fingers.
Lucy, I'm actually not being. I can't really hear you a lot of the time. You're quite intermittent. My volume's on full, but it's it's a bit like you're underwater.
I spoke quiet. Yeah.
Maybe I should sing. Yeah, I'm afraid I really can't hear you.
I
Can't hear that either. Go to Wi-Fi. I'm using the home Wi-Fi. Actually, I could see a message in the bottom corner saying Zoe can't hear you either.
Out of the way. Is that better if I hold it?
Hear you.
Is that better? I don't know why. Someone else said that it was working. So I'm just holding my phone. Thank you, Zoe, for saying that. Oh, fabulous bride there. Right, so you can hear me okay now?
Yeah.
Perfect. Right, I just have to hold my phone now. It was sitting in a little cradle, and it must be something wrong with it now. Anyway, there we are. We're here. So I sent you a list of questions. And so for anyone watching, can you just chat through how you started Wills Marquees and the story behind maybe the name of it? Because you're obviously not Will. I know the story. But yeah, tell us about it.
Well, I wish I had £1 for every time I've been called Will.
Yeah.
In hindsight, it might have been easier to call it Chris's Marquees, but that's why we didn't call it Chris's Marquees. It doesn't sound very good.
Yeah.
So we got started really because Lindsay, my wife, and I went looking for a marquee for our own wedding. Now, we'd been together a very long time, but she pretty much refused to marry me for about 11 or 12 years. Anyway, she finally gave up. Agreed to marry me, and we went looking for a tent, and we couldn't find one that we liked. So we bought one from a husband and wife team in Cornwall. They were a little company called Bell Tents, and they made 1 or 2 tents a year, and only sold them to you if they liked you.
Yeah.
We found them, we bought one, and at that time, both Lindsay and I were gainfully employed elsewhere. And we thought, they're so expensive, we'll put up a little website and see if anybody else wants one. And really, it just rolled from there. The name comes from my son Will, my eldest son Will, and that's why we called it Wills Marquees.
Yeah. Oh, I remember that first website. It was all like pastels with spots on, wasn't it?
It was,
I
yeah.
remember it very well. I remember the very first time I met you and Lindsay at Newby Hall, and yeah, you chatting through kind of like into the world of weddings and events, and thinking, what should we do? And I was so excited because it, again, to a wedding planner, it was like a fresh, new, exciting marquee company. You know, it had great ideas and enthusiasm. It was brilliant. So, and how long ago was that?
Well, we're in our 10th year now.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
Wow.
I don't know whether you may not know this, but there's a thing called a way back in time machine, which
Yeah.
is a way of seeing old websites that don't exist anymore.
Oh, really?
And recently, we've been working on a relaunch for our website, and one of the guys that we've been working with told us about this thing, and he said, "Let's have a look at what your website used to look like." Paul.
Oh, wow.
So we've had a recent reminder of it, and I had to tell you, it wasn't very professional, but it sort of did the trick for a while.
Yeah, it did the job though, didn't it? It said what it needed to say. And those are the things you just learn as you go along, though, aren't you? Kind of information like now, the little amazing little leaflet brochure you have to give out to suppliers and to venues and to brides and grooms with all the different sizes stuff. That's all just something you learn as you go, but it's amazing information for them so they can see the floor plan and, you know, the costs of everything. It's brilliant. So you wouldn't know that at the beginning. So
Do you like the field guide as well, which is the one which is more?
yes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
more. That's sort of. It looks really lovely, and we're going to put it on the new website without the dimensions on. But it's also very useful for our partners and
Yeah.
planners who need to know sometimes, you know, what will go where and what will fit with what, especially in tight spaces in some of the
Yeah.
historic, you know, buildings we set up. You know,
Yeah.
so that's why we did that. So I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's useful. It's really useful as a planner to have as much information as you can from a supplier. So you can go to your couple with, you know, with armed with everything and have all the answers. So yeah, it's brilliant, that little brochure. It's fab. So then the next kind of thing I was chatting, sent you on a question was, can you, for everyone watching, kind of just chat through a typical week? So say it was this week, you know, what would you normally be doing? You'd be, obviously on site building the marquee. So how does the process start with maybe a couple? So they come to you, they get an inquiry, they book you, hopefully come to an open day, and then it's the week of the wedding. So what happens the week of the wedding? When do you normally put the marquee up, etc.?
Okay, we'll normally touch base with the couple at least 2 or 3 times in the run up the last couple of weeks. But come the week of the wedding, assuming it's a Saturday wedding, we'd set up either on the Wednesday or the Thursday. We're usually done in the day, and it's really important, we think, to hand the marquee over with enough time so florists can get in, and
Yeah.
providing that the marquee can get in there and do their thing, and for people just to sort of get used to the fact that there's a big white tent there ready for them to go and have a party in.
Yeah.
We tend to sort of hand it over on the evening, either the Wednesday or the Thursday, and then leave. Obviously, we're always on call, but we probably won't be seen again really until probably the Sunday or the Monday when we come and take them down.
Yeah.
So our cycle really is catching up with administration on the Fridays and the Saturdays, and then on the Mondays and the Tuesdays, we're sort of cleaning the tents and the flooring, so that we're ready for the following week.
Yeah.
Week, so it's pretty much flat out from April to the end of September.
Yeah, all the time. So you clean it so the actual marquee gets cleaned in between each event then, or just all the carpeting and everything?
The marquees are cleaned as they go up every time, and as they come down every time, according to what they need. But the matting flooring has to be taken away and cleaned separately back at our base using pressure washers.
Yeah, that's good to know though, that so every couple, it's like it's as good as new. It's not just you know, put up and then you know, taken down really quickly and shoved off to the next event. It's really looked after and cared for, which is really important, because I've experienced marquees where it's not necessarily done that way, and it's been very noticeable. You know, that there's issues, there's cleanliness kind of, you know, so it's great to know that you take great care and love of each event, and look after it and clean it all, and make sure it's as new for each couple, which is brilliant.
Well, in the process of, you get to know the clients really well, and you really, nobody wants a dirty tent, do they? So
No.
every time it has to be spot on. And that's why
Yeah.
I think it's really important to have clean tents. It's something that we hoped we're really chuffed that you noticed, actually, because it's one of those things that we hope sort of sets us apart.
Yeah.
It's easy to do, but I think it shows.
Yeah, well, it is. It's attention to detail, isn't it? And then that, as a planner, that's something I'm looking at across the board. That yeah, each supplier has that attention to detail and make sure that they're doing or delivering the best product or the best service to each couple. And even at the end of the season as well, when we're all exhausted, flat out, we've had a manic wedding season, but it's still every bride is just as important as the ones at the beginning of the season and the one you had the week before. So that's really key, that yeah, as a planner, and for the brides to know that actually it's really cared for and looked after. And so that brings on to next. You obviously manufacture them, I know, because I've been over to see you where you do it. So why is that important to you, and how did you come about starting to create your own marquees and build them and manufacture them? Why is that so important to you?
Well, it's important to us because we love doing it, and
Yeah.
it satisfies that sort of creative side of us all. And we fell into it by accident, really, because the people who made our tents for us in Cornwall became our friends, and then they rang us up one day and said, "Look, we're going to retire, so we've got some skills that have taken us a lifetime to acquire. Nobody in our family wants to do this.
Yeah.
Like us to teach you how to do it." So it was a very short,
But a no-brainer.
and then it was a big yes. Initially we took the blueprints and the training from them, but we set up all our own new equipment and premises. And the first sort of 2 or 3 tents or 4 tents that we made were identical copies. But one of the things that we really value is we've been able to take all the real world experience of having set up the tents over a number of years, and the feedback from partners and planners alike.
Yeah.
Able to incorporate that over a period into changes, developmental changes in each of the tents. So the design it evolves over the years, and it's still evolving. So that's why we like having that ability to influence things.
Yeah, which is great. So when planners come to you with wacky designs, like I do, you can say, "Oh, well, we might try that."
But you haven't been known to come up with the odd idea, haven't you? So
yeah. Well, it's great though. I love coming to you with ideas, because I'm like on the front line of the wedding and saying, "Do you know what? I think this might work really well." And I love chatting through it with you and Lindsay, because you're really creative, and obviously you can understand the practicalities of it and discuss it with your team. And it's never a you never say, "No, that's definitely not going to work." It's always like, "Well, let's try it, let's talk about it." And it's always great having brainstorming meetings with you guys, because you're always up for the challenge of it.
Absolutely, we very much value that input, because not just from you, we have every year we run a committee where all the partners that we have, because we sell our tents to other partners around the country, they come to us. We have a full day, and we take all the feedback from them. So that is an opportunity for people to influence the direction of the product design, and also new things.
Yeah.
One of the things that we haven't yet had a chance to do together is all the flower installation stuff that you and I have been working on.
Yeah.
So I mean, we love all that, because we don't have a lot of good ideas, and the more people who input, the more stuff comes out of it. So it is very much a collaborative process. And one of the best things about what we do is the sort of that design element.
Yeah, definitely. And so aside from kind of your partners and planners and other, like talking to other suppliers we all work with, where do you look, where is the kind of marquee leaders of the world, do you think? Is it, because I've spoken to like other suppliers looking to Australia and America for their inspiration, the kind of the leaders within that category. Where do you think, who leads the kind of marquee design in the world?
That's a tough question.
or where do you look to? Do you kind of, you know, get ideas and maybe influences from America? Because I know, yeah, there's loads of different things going on there in Australia, but or do you not? Do you just kind of think, well, no, it's just from your everyday kind of
So
chats with the local suppliers?
I think, interestingly, I mean, the obvious and our biggest competitor is Sperry. They're in
Yeah.
America. Sperry tents were designed in the States about 30 years ago, and actually Bell Tents were making their tents in the UK, also Sperry tents before.
Yeah.
So their heritage was boat building and they were showmen as well. So they used to travel around putting up tents. So they learned the hard way. Their designs are the bedrock, the foundation of what we do. And so what I'm trying to say is this sort of two tent styles evolved independently. They happen to be quite the differences are stylistic mainly, and also the materials that are used. So I would say that, to answer your question honestly, there isn't anybody that we copy, and we'd like to think that we were leading the way.
Yeah.
The only company that comes anywhere near us really is Sperry.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're a great company, and I think they're a nice bunch of people, and you know, they do a good job. So I've nothing bad to say about them at all. But I think it's really us and them.
Yeah, yeah. And then I suppose it just comes down to, you know, I don't know, availability and customer service. And, you know, it's so lovely that you're a family run business. So I know back in can you hear me? Oh, can you hear me now? Yeah. Back. I don't know why it keeps cutting out. Sorry. Yeah. So I was just saying, it's so nice to know that I can just text you. You know, are you available on this date, and you get back to me, and that kind of level of kind of communication is great as a planner working with you guys. And you know, if I ask for a quote, it's there straight away. So I think that makes a difference when working with you know, great suppliers and well, in our case, Marquee Company. And I think that's what sets you apart, definitely, from other people. As it's a amazing family run business and amazing people who work with you. It's great. Your team of people are always fab and happy and smiley.
We are very, we're very lucky. We've got some really talented people, and you know, frankly, we rely on them very heavily. The tents, for example, are made by a small team headed up by our chief designer, who's called Christian.
Yeah.
It's just one of those guys who is good at everything.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And he sort of leads the charge when it comes to design. My boy Will, he sort of leads the charge when it comes to the operational side of things. And Sally, who's Christian's partner, she actually manages the whole of the output from the factory. We'd rather grandly call it a factory.
Yeah.
Think artisan rather than...
Yeah, well, it is. It's amazing. And do you encourage your brides and grooms to come and see you there and see it all being manufactured and understand it?
Yeah, we're terribly boastful. We love getting people around.
Yeah.
We never really set out for it to be somewhere that people came, but we thought, well, we'll invite people and see if they come, and they do, and they seem to like it. We love showing.
Yeah.
I think it's, for us, it's a real opportunity to show how much we care and the detail, the attention to detail that goes into making every tent.
Yeah.
I think also it's an opportunity to differentiate ourselves because people get to see and touch the fabrics and the wood and the finishes, which I think really helps to show what's different.
Yeah, yeah.
Out there, frankly, they're made with plastic, or PVC, or polyester, and it's not the same as a natural cotton canvas.
No, it's not, and it's so true. And again, it's such a shame going back to not having the open day, because until you're in it, you can't really appreciate all of that. I mean, you can from looking at photos if you're looking closely, or videos and stuff, but to be in it and experience it really shows how beautiful and how yeah, just in its own elegance, amazing to be in. It's not like sitting in a PVC tent. It's, you know, without decorating it, you don't have to. It's gorgeous as it is, which I think brides, yeah, need to come and experience and see it. So, so in the current situation, is there anything they can do to kind of see anything? Is it best just looking on videos, I suppose, or?
There's no substitute, no substitute for seeing the real thing.
No.
I always say to people, look, before you make up your mind, it isn't just a question of looking at the pictures. Sadly, at the moment, that's really all we have, that and videos.
Yeah.
And I mean, people, I think, should and do take advantage of proper conversations. I think that helps a lot. But ultimately, it is about the tent. It's very important to be nice and to be friendly and to be polite.
Yeah.
But people make their choice based on the tent, and if they can't see it, it is very difficult for them. I think what we will do as soon as we can is put a tent up, even if it's not a round do like we were planning. Even if it's just a little thing, then just to get people to come and have a look if they can. I don't know how or when that we'll be able to do it.
Yeah.
I do think it's important, and so we will when we can.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea, and I think, yeah, if it's managed very well, which it would be, I think, yeah, people are desperate to. I know, looking after venues, people are desperate to kind of have virtual tours and look around, because actually brides out there want to crack on with their planning. So, stumbling block is seeing venues and obviously seeing marquees. So, yeah, I think that'd be a good idea to do.
First started talking about doing an open day together some time ago now. One of the things that you came up with, which we love, is this whole idea that it's a party. So sadly, I think that we might have something which is a bit more appointment-led. So that
Yeah.
I think that's a shame, but it's still better than not doing anything.
Yeah, I definitely think so.
We'll be able to have a hoolie another time.
Yeah, absolutely. I think let's just give the brides what they want, which is to see and experience the marquee, and then we'll do the party bit when we can, definitely. So then, as a marquee company, what's the biggest challenges you face in either putting the weather? Yeah.
It's all about the weather, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
I never ever looked at the weather forecast until I became a marquee man.
Yeah.
Get up in the morning, and if it was raining, it was raining. And if
Yeah.
it was windy, and I went, yeah, okay. It's a bit different now. We're sort of constantly looking at the long-range forecasts. So the biggest challenge we have is the weather. It's a day like this. There's no better job in the world than being on site putting up a tent.
Oh,
If
yeah.
it's windy, we have to be really careful.
Yeah. So, but they can withstand strong winds, can't they?
They can. Every one of our tents has been through a long process of field trials, but even before that, all of the calculations and the specs go to a structural engineer to be put through the programs to see what wind load. It's called wind loading. So all our tents is down gust speeds of at least 60 miles an hour as a minimum.
Wow. Okay.
So that's gust speeds of 60 occur, but the wind is around the 45 mile an hour constant.
Yeah.
We'll take more, but that's the sort of.
That's good to know, though. And let's hope we don't have weather like that. Yeah, touch wood. Yeah, let's hope not. So,
I think the other big challenge that we have is, most people get to hear about you either via word of mouth or, let's be honest, through the internet and the website. And it's very difficult to project the touch and the feel of something really big on a screen.
Yeah.
Very hardest things for brides and grooms in particular, but anybody planning a party, is to visualize space, because it's no point talking to people about square feet or square meters, because it doesn't mean anything. So I think one of the hardest things for us to do is to explain how to use the space so that it feels right, so it retains a sense of intimacy without being crammed.
Yeah, that's so true. Like we're just saying, it just being in it and experiencing it can make the difference. And I know that because when I first started planning and I thought about marquees, there wasn't the opportunity for like beautiful marquees like yours, but it wasn't something that really sprung to mind because I couldn't see one. Or but now I'd be like, oh yeah, I love marquees, because you are designing and creating it from nothing. So brides can really, it literally is a blank canvas, isn't it? They can put their own stamp and design, and then we were chatting earlier, when we were going to do for the open day, you can put several marquees together though, can't you? Or have walkways between them. So if you were to to plan like an ultimate, say, party, what would you have? How would you design your marquees?
That's another great question. I think before we go on to that, though, I think you brought something up which I'd like to pick up on, which is the inside of the tent. And I've always believed that the two standout things are the flowers and the lighting.
Yeah.
They make all the difference. Now, given that you've got a beautiful, clean canopy, then one of the lovely things about it is there's no need for linings because the light will filter through a
Yeah.
and they're breathable. So what you don't want to do is to hide the space. But what you do, you need to be able to enhance it. I think there is the flowers.
Yeah.
The lighting with various kinds of tricks and lighting, effects and blasting. I think they make a huge difference.
Yeah.
Actually, you can change the vibe from quite formal to super party on.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so I think the question was, my favourite thing was that.
Yes. How would you, if you were to design like an ultimate party, say, you know, like for 200 people, what marquees? Because, you know, would you just have one big marquee for all, or would you have smaller marquees and have, like we were going to do for the open day, really, just to showcase, well, actually, you know, you can separate things without it feeling really separate, because they're linked by, like you said, beautiful festoon lights and walkways. So what would you have if you and Lindsay were to have like an anniversary party? What would you do? What would you have?
Okay, well, if it was for us, we'd probably go quite small. I hate dancing, so
Oh, you've got to have a dance floor. You can have a DJ about.
if I had my way, I'd go very naturalistic.
Yeah.
I would try and give them the market just as a canopy. I would go for just be grass and sort of what I really enjoy is teasing out, finding out from people what it is that they like. I think
Yeah.
that's part of the fun for me. Is if you sort of repeat the same thing each time, it's just going to formula. What I love is the fact that everyone's different. And I can't tell you how many times I've told people, well, if you want to shift the grass, everyone goes for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is fair enough, but I didn't say one right once.
Oh, say again. You've gone all quiet now. Say it a lot. There we go.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I did persuade one bride once to just go with grass, and it looked great. And I've got the photographs to prove it, so it's
Yeah, I like that. It's all personal preference, isn't it? It's what they want to have, and it's nice to have the options.
It's also very much dependent on the setting. So, for example, if you're going to put a tent up somewhere like maybe Cairo or Boston House or something like that, you probably want to go with one tent because you want to keep tight into the house visually. You don't want to have too much of a distraction going on. But a wedding at home on the farm, private house, gardens, which are sort of different garden rooms almost. I love to have a sense of movement between spaces. So I personally like
Yeah.
I like to, if possible, depends on the weather, but if the weather's been lovely, you don't need to get out. It's great to use. I think that it also depends on how many people are going. I think once you get beyond 200, then my personal view is that it's much better to have two spaces because you can have one tent for everybody in it. It's nice to access between places.
Yeah.
If you have two in the tent, you can lose that sort of sense of intimacy, which I think you regain by saying, well, let's have one tent for dining and a second one for dancing.
Yeah. Yeah. All down to personal preference, isn't it? Yeah. So, and you're right. It is about the setting as well. You've got to really think: are you going stately home farm, just a big open field, and how many people? There's loads of factors, but that's the beauty of Wills Marquees. There are so many choices they could have. It's down to what they want, isn't it? And maybe incorporating views and all sorts. So
Well, that's one of the reasons why we made the tents modular, so that they're basically in three widths. If you make two tents, you can make a tent bigger or smaller.
Yeah.
Which is one of the things that we think is a nice way of going about it. Is that it means also that people whose parties get either bigger or smaller can either upsize or downsize their tent, just adjust the bill accordingly. So there's a lot of flexibility, and I think a lot of people like to know that they're not going to get stuck with a tent that's too big.
Yeah.
The guest list drops, or vice versa, frankly.
Yeah. Goes up.
Moves both ways.
Yeah, definitely. So then, at the moment, then, if brides, because I've had quite a few new inquiries, people getting engaged and they want to start booking, they want to start looking at suppliers. So at the moment, how can you, obviously they can't see a tent at the moment, but they can look at videos, look at photos, get floor plans. But you are still contactable, aren't you? For them to make inquiries, get quotes. Is that right?
That's right, and we can meet up because we are still doing site visits, socially distance, obviously. But
Yeah.
we go and see people and shout at them from 2
Yeah.
So it goes on, but it goes on using photographs and conversations rather than look at this. I think there's a message.
Oh, restarting help. Anyone else having trouble? Oh,
I'm going to lean forward. Is that better?
that's a bit better. Is that better, Jill? Maybe she might answer back.
Sorry. Get me even more of a close up. Luckily, I shaved.
Oh, I wonder if. Oh, you said that you were growing a beard.
Not anymore.
I think most men. Oh, it sounds windy.
No, honestly, I'm inside.
Yeah, I'm inside. Oh, that's strange because it sounds okay to me. It's Peter. Does she mean it's better?
No, I think that's Jill Snow. She's saying it's her husband.
Oh, it's Peter. Right, it's Peter. Oh, of course it is. It's Peter. Right. Okay. Sounds like a wind tunnel.
Okay.
Oh, how strange.
Is that better or worse if I stand back?
That's fine for me. Okay, just me then. Yeah, wind tunnel here too. Oh. Oh, that's really weird. Well, that was my last question anyway. So I think I've gone through everything. But so well, I suppose last question then, if everyone can still hear us. Are you really busy for next year? Have you still got availability if people want to book?
Yes. I mean, we are rammed for next year, but what we've decided to do is it was really important to us to make sure that everybody who had to move their wedding from this year was able to do that. So they were the priority. And now what we're doing is we're gearing ourselves up for being able to do probably a few more than we would normally, frankly.
Yeah.
That has meant that we've still got availability across lots of the season, but some of the sort of key dates are there's always a pressure on that.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, we were chatting that it's hard, isn't it? So as a marquee company, it's hard to do midweek. Although lots of suppliers have been advising go midweek, it's actually really difficult for you guys, isn't it? Especially to be consistent with your level of service and like you said, de-rigging and cleaning and kind of moving to the next venue. So it's really important then for brides, couples, people who've just got engaged or postponing to really get in contact now and get booking before you're even busier, or unfortunately have to say no to people. Would that be right?
Yeah, it is. I mean, I hate that message because we're super low pressure. We don't do sales. People either want us or they don't, and we obviously hope that they do. But no amount of pushing people is going to persuade them that you're the right company for them. So we're very hands off, and I hate having the conversation with people along the lines of, "Look, there's one tent left," but we have been doing that. And I sort of feel as though it's better for them to know rather than for us to not tell them and the date to go.
Yeah.
I think that the message really is let's just have a conversation because there is still availability, and we'll do our very best, obviously.
Yeah.
We want to do it.
Yeah. And fingers crossed. Fingers crossed something might happen in 2020, but I'd imagine it'll be 2021 and we'll all just be absolutely flat out.
I think there might be parties later this summer with a bit of luck. Everybody think everybody's going to be ready for a party when this thing finally
Oh
goes.
yeah, I'm ready now. So sick of lockdown. I am ready now. But yeah, I definitely, but equally, when there is a party, I want it to be a proper party, not one where you have to kind of get your meter stick out and be 2 meters apart. You can't hug people. I mean, we're the most um, sociable industry, aren't we? And kind of love and hugs and you kind of contactable industry. So uh, I'd rather it was yeah, it was a really good party than a half-hearted kind of like, well, we were just doing it because we wanted a party. I want to have a proper party where it's everyone can dance on the dance floor. You don't have to limit the numbers, and yeah, it'd be amazing. I can't wait.
I'll be the first one there with you.
Yay! Good. That's good to know. Well, thank you so much for chatting to me. And sorry to everyone if it was like a wind tunnel. It was fine to me. I could hear you fine. So, um, but anyway, you did well. Well done. And thank you so much. And I shall speak to you soon.
Good night.
Take care. Bye.